Hi, this is Kathleen from My Happy Place, and today I'm going to show you how to make this cute little mini milk carton die from Stampin' Up! So let's get started. First off, you're going to take your big shot and the mini milk carton die. This is in the Occasions mini catalog from Stampin' Up! And many people are surprised to see how small it is, but you'll see that it only takes a half a sheet of cardstock. So just like you were making a standard size card, you just cut your 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock at 5.5 and you are ready to go. Now it's important to use the crease pad with this because it's going to make a lot better score lines for you. Without it, it's just not nearly as good. I had a friend who used just the cutting pads for it and didn't have a great result. So I'm highly recommending to use the crease pad with this and any dies that have score lines. So what you're going to do is build your sandwich. You take your cutting pad, and then there's also a little cardboard piece that comes with each of your dies, and you're going to put that as a shim underneath the die. Next you'll load your die. So I have my meat. This is some mayonnaise. My die is bread, mayonnaise, meat. My cardstock is my cheese, and my crease pad is going to be my other piece of bread. That just helps me remember how to make and how to build the different sandwiches to send through the big shot. So now, you just get it started, give it a little boost, see which way that handle wants to go, and then just crank it through. Alright, that's as easy as it gets. It will pop right out for you, and all the score lines are already there. So what you're going to do is just go ahead and fold over those score lines so you have a good idea where they're at. There's a small little flap on the side, make sure you get that too. And then at the top there's one here and another little one. I don't know if you can see this, but I just want to point out that there are some diagonal ones that you don't need to worry about doing the crease. As we form the milk carton, that'll automatically come together, so you don't need to worry about that. Okay, next up, it's really important to use a really sticky adhesive. I'm using Stampin' Up's sticky strip, because when you're doing a box, it's going to have a lot more wear and tear in it than if you're just doing a card. So you want something extra really sticky. And you're just going to put that all along that skinny flap, smooth that out, and then pull the red liner off. And now we can just match up our two ends, smooth that down, and that's attached. And this is what it looks like now. Now we have some bottom flaps, and what I've done is I'll fold two of them in, take some sticky strip, it's hard to say. It's a tongue twister. Put that down on the second flap. Lay the next one over, and you can kind of stick your finger in there and smooth that out. And then I'll put one more piece of sticky strip down on that third flap. Alright, and then peel off the red liner and stick that last flap down. That's the bottom. So now, to take shape, you'll see, and I don't know if you can see this on camera, a little bit more pronounced triangles here on a certain side. So I'm going to take those, pinch it in, and now it's formed a milk carton. Then I like to open up that flap, just like you would a milk carton, and that really helps it to take shape. So now you're ready to go. Now we can just finish decorating it. So next I'm just going to take a piece of the Sending Love specialty paper. This also is in the Occasions mini catalog. This paper is so pretty. It's glittered on one side. I'm almost through my first pack of it. I love it so much. So I've already dived into my second one. So many pretty patterns in this one. So I'm going to use this one that's got some big pink flowers and glitter over it. So all I need to do is take that, add some tape, and I'm going to wrap it around my box and overlap the two sides where they meet. Alright, And then you could put your treats in there. And then what I did for the opening or the top to close it is I took a little piece of designer paper from that same paper pack, put a little adhesive down, lay that over that top flap, and then I'm going to go in with my Crop-A-Dile. And the Crop-A-Dile has a large hole punch and a small hole punch, and I'm going to use the small hole punch. It's on the side here. This is where you set eyelets. This is where you punch holes. So go in from the side, and there's a guide here that you can set for how far in your hole will be punched. So I'm going to set this, about 1/2 inch. So then when I go in, you're going to punch a hole this way. Make sure that you're down far enough so that your ribbon will be able to poke through without the hole going through the top. Then go through my other side. And now I have 2 holes that I can feed my ribbon through. And I'm just going to take some narrow, real red grosgrain ribbon, and I'm going to feed it through. It's easiest if you have this cut at an angle, because this is a small hole to feed through. I'm going to cut my other piece at an angle with my ribbon, craft rubber scissors, or craft ribbon scissors. I like to use that primarily for ribbon, but I didn't have my paper snips handy, so I did end up cutting tape with it. Shh, don't tell my club members. Alright, now I've got that fed through, and now I'm just going to simply tie a knot. And that's going to be my opening for my milk carton. And then just trim the edges. And the last thing we have is wanted to make this little cute little owl embellishment on there. So I'm going to reach for the stamp set that I just am in love with from the Occasions mini catalog, and that's this Love Bandit set. I'm using an unmounted rubber set, and it's got this teeny little owl. I've used this so many times, and I'm putting this on Clear Block A from Stampin' Up, the smallest one we have. And what you do is you just place it on, press down for maybe 5-10 seconds firmly, and you're ready to stamp. So I'm going to ink that up with some chocolate chip classic ink. Stamp my little owl at the top. And then I'm going to take a greeting from the very vintage stamp set. There's 3 little greetings in here, and I'm going to do the little For You. This is one of the celebration sets you can get for free during celebration. Stamp the For You at the bottom. And then the last thing I'm going to show you is how to make this little scalloped backing for it. What I've done is I have a strip of real red cardstock that's cut just a hair under 2 inches wide, so probably about 1 15/16. And I'm going to take the scallop trim corner punch, tip it upside down, and lay one of these corners in here. Now it's not a real hard catch, it's a soft catch when you're punching. So it's, it takes a little bit of practice to get the hang of it, but I'm going to put the next corner in, and you're kind of looking for it to be horizontally lined up with these lines that you see here. And I'm going to take the next corner, lay that on, and punch. Next I'm going to take my corner punch, go in and line up this scallop here with my middle scallop on my punched cardstock. And make sure I'm lining up and down here, so be looking for that too. Okay, and I have one more punch. If I go in this way, I'm going to line up with this middle scallop and this one here. So again, find that middle scallop, make sure you're going up and down, and punch. Now I have the stylized rectangle that my owl is going to go on, and all it took was my corner punch to do that. And it was just the right size to place on my little milk carton here. Now you can tape it down, or my favorite thing to do is put it on with Stampin' Dimensionals. Didn't have any handy here, so I'll just show you this way. And that's it. I have a few other samples here. Here's another way you can do little milk cartons. On this one I just did some images from the Love Bandit set, and this punch behind it is from the Boho Blossoms punch, and so that makes a cute little backing for it. And then our little library clips are so fun to use as an opening, and a very easy way to open and close these. And you can also see I made a special tote to hold 4 of these milk cartons, and I will be doing a video to show you how to make this tote too. So stay tuned and check back for that. Thank you.